Hello, Dr. James Eric McDonough. I live at 32320 Southwest 199th Avenue. First, I'm glad everybody made it through the hurricane. Everybody appears to be alive. That's great. Hurricanes are a major disaster. And I'd really like to give a heartfelt thanks to all the linemen in Homestead, Miami-Dade, and across the country who've come down to help our community and other communities in South Florida. We got pretty wrecked, but a lot of people got wrecked a lot worse. And I would hope that everybody's prayers would be with everybody else who's in the harm of storms in their path, including particularly Puerto Rico. They're our fellow American citizens, and they're hurting really bad. So if nothing else, if we could pray for them. Anyway, so I just like to thank all the linemen who've been taking care of us. To what I wanted to speak about, we're really kind of curious, Mr. Gretsas, if you're going to use the manager's report again this month to cover up the malfeasance of you and your employees for 3 months in a row instead of providing an actual manager's report. Kind of interesting. However, Mr. Gretsas, I really have to thank you for repeatedly acknowledging that we do have a First Amendment right here to speak for 3 minutes without being interrupted, and thereby tacitly admitting that you violated my First Amendment rights in 2015, which we have on video. So thank you for admitting your own federal crimes. I'd also like to inform you that the state attorney lost her petition for rehearing my right to record case in my appeal where I recorded Chief Roll, which proves he committed multiple felonies. So I just thought you guys should know that. But what I find perplexing is you wasted about $6,000 tax dollars by verbally giving permission to the city attorneys to enter litigation against me when the city's not even a party to the suit. Mr. Gretsas, do you regularly usurp power from the mayor and council and avoid having executive sessions as required by the city charter? I know you're not going to answer your question, so I'll continue on. But now we know why you are against body cams, as clearly you're against citizens' right to record, police, and against their free speech rights. Switching over to public records, I look forward to oral arguments we'll be having next week in the 3rd District Court of Appeals. That's the case where the city filed an appeal after they were found by the court to have unlawfully violated the public records law. Records show so far the city's wasted about $50,000 in taxpayer money, and that's before we start paying my attorney fees. The second public records law case I filed, it's noted that the city also was found to have unlawfully violated the public records law there. I look forward to receiving the fee list as was ordered by the judge, where the city and their attorneys have tried to not provide that. And once I'm provided with that, it'll quantitatively show how much the city actually unlawfully tried to overbill me on public records, which I'm sure you're very aware of, Mr. Manager. Sadly, if the city would stop wasting tax dollars trying to cover their malfeasance, which is going to be exposed regardless, you guys would already have enough money to buy body cams several times over. Just saying that, that's something you might want to consider. Thank you and have a good evening.
Thank you. Business from the city manager?
Yeah, I just want to reiterate what I've said in the last few meetings is we should celebrate a person's right to free speech. On the other hand, when they say things that are false, we should just acknowledge that, our silence doesn't mean that what they're saying is true. It saddens me sometimes when he accuses our staff of crimes that they haven't committed, but nonetheless, he gets up there and he says his thing, and that is what this forum allows. So with that, that's all I have for tonight.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Attorney, anything?
Nothing, Mr. Mayor.